Alright, it's taken me a little over a year to actually finally do this, but now that I have furniture, I actually feel like it's almost like a home. So this is my Peace Corps home in Morocco. This is my front door. I live in a mud house, but it's whitewashed. So it actually kind of looks like paint, but you can see when it rains, it drips mud, sort of like a decoration. The floors used to be cement, I believe. There's little patches left still, but most of it is dirt. It helps because I actually feel like I don't have to clean it since it's just made of dirt. So the first room we're going to start out with is the salon. The salon is basically like a Moroccan's entertainment room. It's supposed to be this special pretty room. I actually didn't use this room at all until a couple months ago when I got ponjas, which are Moroccan sofas. Some people just sit on the ground, but it's nice when you have guests over, they can sleep on the ponjas. This is where I do a lot of my work. I'm working on some recycling stuff now. And I have all my books and Peace Corps stuff over here. This is a nice little gift that somebody made me out of palm fronds. Oh, it's not very strong, as you can tell. This is also one of my favorite things that I own. It's a picture of the king. There's many of them in circulation, but this one is a hunting photo. You can see he's actually wearing a poncho, which is pretty awesome. My goal was to make this room basically as gaudy as possible because I was trying to cover up the walls, which are leaking from the bamboo roofs. Every time it rains, mud kind of just trickles down. So I have a lot of pictures and stuff, just sort of to make it a room. This is my fabulous bike that Peace Corps gave me, and before it hit 110 degrees, I rode it almost every day. So thank you, Peace Corps. Now we're going to go towards the kitchen. Turn on a light. Part of this house, something I like about this house is it's dark. Keeps it a little cooler. I had a lot of pictures on the wall, but it's so hot and dry now that they're all peeling off. Some of my maps, Arizona, the United States. Sort of forget what that looks like. So now we're going to go into my kitchen. This actually was just a room before I moved in, and they were nice enough to build this countertop. Sort of the bare basics. Doesn't have any tile, and then I actually did not have running water until recently, so this sink was awesome. It's not quite complete because if you look underneath, that's where the water goes. So I think I've built up a lot of muscle trying to get that bucket out every time I have to do something, wash dishes. And this water comes from my neighbor's house. So that's one of the few robinets, we call them, that I have. All my tea and coffee and spices and stuff. This is the stove I use, my one and only tagine. I actually use it a lot, especially during the winter. And then I let a vegetarian tagine. Everything comes from this Buddha. It's called a Buddha gas. It's basically just like a propane tank. I've had a couple of scary moments with it, but I've gotten used to it over the year. My window, which I try to cover up most of the day because it's really hot right now. Then all my dried goods to keep from the mice. This is where I have some friends over. Sometimes we'll have tea, American tea, which they don't like, and like cookies or something. Some more pictures. Hi. And then one of my favorite things ever is this oven. It's a love-hate relationship. It's really difficult baking in this oven, and I love baking. So it's very temperamental, and of course another Buddha propane tank. So basically, I'll open it up so you can see. So you basically have to light it from underneath, and I've had a couple of scary moments with that, but delicious results. My cooking stuff, most of it was given to me, which is great. In this room, the only thing I had for about 8 months was this wonderful, wonderful refrigerator. You need a refrigerator here because it's so incredibly hot. Everything would just rot. This is one of my favorite things now. We just had a girls' camp, and And somebody made this for us. It makes me smile. My growing to-do list for the next year. Now we're gonna leave the kitchen, go to my bedroom. This is another room. I'd show it to you, but there's just junk in there. It's kind of amazing how much junk you accumulate over just a year. So this is my room. I'm keeping it dark because it's so hot. You can see I put these plastic mats are really popular in Morocco. It's really nice so you don't have to walk on this dirty ground. It's called Hissira. I tried to paint the wall. As you can see, that's what happened. I ran out of paint, and mixing water with paint doesn't work. It's not the same thing. More pictures. And I keep everything off the ground because I've had a scorpion problem, and nobody likes scorpions. Apparently the black ones love this part of Morocco, and they're pretty deadly. No dresser. This is where all my clothes are in this little plastic thing. I shake those guys out every day. Make sure there's no scorpions, spiders. Some of the cards and stuff people sent me from home. Books. This is my window. I try to keep it as covered as possible, again, from the heat. My saving grace right now. My fan. It's so hot. I can show you. Well, it's 97 right now. It was 98 last night when I checked it last time. It's my bed, which I didn't even realize how much I missed a bed until I got one. During homestay, I was sleeping on a ponge, what I just showed you in the salon, and a bed is so much better. So now, that's it for the inside, and we're going to go outside. So this is a little courtyard. The house just keeps going and going, which is pretty common here for big families, but I'm all by myself, so I probably use like a third of the entire house. This is the old kitchen with the bread oven. Most Moroccans cook bread, delicious, delicious bread in that oven. I'm just using it all for junk right now, trash. It's a little windy. This is my garden. Last summer I had delicious figs, and my tree got confused and fruited too early this year, so I don't know if I'm going to have any. The grapes aren't doing so good either, but it's nice. It gives me some shade, so keep going. There's sort of a little room back there. I'm sort of terrified of it. I never go inside, as I have no idea what's inside of it. This is the well. So this is actually my neighbor's house if you go through here. We put this up for some privacy. There we are. There's the well. I use this maybe 3 times in my whole service when the water was turned off. It is so much work. It looks like it wouldn't be much, but when you have to fill up 2 big buckets, it really works out your arms. We'll come up this way. Another mystery room. I call them dungeons. This place reminds me of a castle, and I have no idea what's in there. They look sort of terrifying. This room, I know that they used to keep animals in because there's a lot of feed and stuff on the ground. So if I had a donkey, if I could afford one, I'd put it in here. And I really want one, so who knows, I have a year. This is where I do laundry. This is another water spout, thankfully, as I don't have to use the well. And this is where I do all my laundry. It takes a full day. It takes a long time to hand wash and hang everything, rinse everything. This entire wall is inhabited by giant ants. I've never seen ants like this until I got to Morocco. They actually make sounds when they're crawling, and if you kill them, it makes a very large, disturbing crunching sound. I just let them be because they're outside, so they're enjoying. There's another one. This is my bathroom. So this is the very famous Turkish toilet. No Western toilet for me. Basically a hole in the ground. Put your feet on top of it. It's pretty obvious what you need to do. There's a bucket. It's not so bad. Everybody's so terrified of it. There's videos made of it and brochures, but it's actually preferable in some situations, but I won't get too much into that. This is where I take a shower. That glorious bucket. It's outside, so you can tell I didn't shower at all in the winter. I would go to the hammam, the Moroccan bathhouses, but now I shower every 5 minutes because it's so hot. Now we're gonna go upstairs to my roof. Most of the stairs in Morocco are really uneven, so you have to be really careful. But I actually spent a lot of time up here. I'm actually sleeping up here now because it's too hot to sleep inside. Another hazard, you could fall through there and die. It's really bright up here. So this is my roof. It's pretty private. I sleep right here. And it's really nice because the stars are really beautiful at night. But if it starts raining, or all the donkeys get excited, it's really loud. There was also a wedding a couple nights ago and I didn't get to sleep at all. But this is the roof. I'll go up a little higher. I'll show you where I use the internet when it's available. If I'm really desperate, really need to get some work done, this is where I sit to use the internet. Not so bad. It's a pretty good view, but it's windy and it's hot. It's just sort of annoying, but there you go. That's my house. I think you just heard a donkey, so that's a great way to finish this video. So this is what I call home for 2 years.